From the outside, working for the Kardashians seems like a pretty sweet gig. You get to tag along on family holidays, get your hands on a lip kit or two, and could even become Insta famous. We're looking at You Makeup by Mario. But according to her former employees, working for the family might not be all that it's cracked up to be. Don't forget to watch today's episode to the very end to find out why you should never work for the Kardashians. Kim Kardashian sued. Just last week, news broke that Kim Kardashian is reportedly being sued by 7 former members of her gardening and maintenance staff who claimed they weren't compensated for the hours they worked, weren't given adequate breaks, didn't receive any overtime pay, and were paid late, which obviously doesn't sound too good. Among the claims, one former worker says he was fired after asking for his overtime pay and requesting meal breaks. Another worker, who was a minor at the time of employment, claims he had to work more than the maximum allowed for underage summer employees. Frank Kim, the lawyer representing the former workers, said these types of situations are not new. Wage theft and other workplace violations are a widespread problem in Los Angeles. He told Page 6. My firm is currently investigating other potential violations against these defendants, as well as other powerful families and businesses, on behalf of everyday workers. These workers were hired and paid through a third-party vendor, hired by Kim to provide ongoing services. Kim is not party to the agreement, therefore, between the vendor and their workers. Therefore, she is not responsible for how the vendor manages their business and the agreements they have made directly with their staff, the spokesperson revealed. Kim Kardashian hopes that the issue between these workers and the vendor who hired them can be amicably resolved soon. As reported by media sources, Frank Kim also represents plaintiffs in several lawsuits against Kim Kardashian's estranged husband, Kanye West. The outlet informed that former workers are making similar complaints, including mistreatment during the rapper's Sunday service shows, wage theft, and refusal of meal breaks. Kim's response. Before Kim addressed the allegations herself, it was Kim's legal team that soon after issued a statement, explaining that saying third-party matter that the workers were paid through a third-party vendor. Kim has never not paid a vendor for their services and hopes that the issue between these workers and the vendor who hired them can be amicably resolved soon. She later addressed the claims herself when she was asked if she pays her employees in an Instagram Q&A this week. Absolutely, I respect people for their time and their hard work, and unfortunately these workers are suing the wrong person, Kim replied. I pay the vendor, and it's their job to pay their staff. I hope that they are able to get this issue resolved soon. This isn't the first time we've gotten an insight into what it's like to work for the Kardashians. Let's now get into some more of what staff has said about working for the famous sisters. 2 a.m. work calls. Being an assistant to a Kardashian means being available all the time. It's something Victoria Villarreal had to learn when she started working for Kylie Jenner, after previously interning for her mom, Kris, in 2012. To be a personal assistant, you have to be 24/7. I don't know how you could just be 9 to 6, Victoria said in a video on Kylie's website. She'll call me at 2 a.m. and I will answer. I don't really have set hours. It's pretty much whenever duty calls. Victoria was also responsible for coordinating everything. You basically do scheduling, travel event, or any appearance that she has, award shows, the stylists, booking all of her appointments, and keeping her calendar up to date. I've learned a lot from her and her family, she added. They all have their shit together, for sure. They are inspiring. Victoria eventually stopped working for Kylie in 2019, but the pair are still good pals. We both decided it was time to grow without each other professionally about a year ago. She wrote on Instagram last year, she's still one of my best friends, and our relationship has only gotten stronger. Super bizarre demands. Back in 2016, Kylie's assistants dished what it's really like working for the then 18-year-old in a video on Snapchat. And it turns out she's really particular about her drinks. Kylie asks me for the same fucking smoothie every morning, one of her assistants said. When she asks which flavor, Kylie responds, you should know the flavor. Another assistant also shared that Kylie's drinks need be a certain temperature. You are particular about your beverages, she said. If the smoothie's gotten too warm, forget it. Degrading and belittling treatment. In more recent news, Kim has called out Kourtney for the way she treated her children's nanny. In an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Kim confronted her sister after she made the nanny cry. She said that she felt so degraded by you, and you just started yelling at her, said Kim. Oh my God. "She's lying," replied Kourtney, before adding that the nanny called her 6-year-old son, Rain, a liar. "If you think she works for you, that's totally fine," she continued. "She would never work for me with the way she acts. That's totally your choice. She will not ever be around my kids." Kim then pointed that Kourtney can't even keep a nanny, which obviously escalated things further. "Kim, shut the fuck up? Honestly, the way you're talking is wild. You keep projecting all your bullshit onto me," said Kourtney. Now, given Kourtney's history with nannies, including the time she defended her daughter after she deliberately scratched one in the face, or how she merely admitted to slapping her own caretakers as a child, we're not entirely sure we can get on board with her version of events. Kim seems to agree, reminding Kourtney that she has a reputation of degrading her staff. Kim also makes a pointed comment about how she prefers to retain her own staff for a long time, in a clear reference to Kourtney's previous nannies quitting over her kids' behavior. When Kourtney responds that she'll never allow this nanny around her kids again, Kim fires back, "Kourtney, you can't even keep a nanny." This comment has extreme. If you had a fucking business that you were passionate about, then you would know what it takes to run a fucking business, but you don't energy. Kourtney responds by telling her sister to shut the fuck up, again before leaving the room and dissolving into tears. Yet still the kindest people. Despite all their apparent demands, makeup artist Horish Akemian said the Kardashians were the kindest clients she's ever worked with. "They found me through Instagram, which is crazy. And then we had mutual friends," Horish told People in 2016. "I feel like the Kardashians are the ultimate authority on glam. I don't care what anybody says, they are." She went on to say the family are beautiful people on the inside. Their beauty resides from within. They are probably the kindest clients I've ever worked with. Rush has now become a friend of the family's and has gone on to work with stars like Jennifer Lopez. "Take notes? If you're going to work for the Kardashians, taking notes is key," says Stephanie Shepard, who was the former COO of Kardashian West Brands. "We have interns through Jenner Communications, and every time I see an intern not taking notes when they're getting instructions, I'm like, you're gonna fuck this up," she told Refinery29 in 2017. "Just write it down. It's not that hard. It's a lot of work, but you could reap the benefits." Makeup artist Mario Dedivanovic has risen to fame after he started working with Kim in 2008. Not only did the pair collaborate on a KKW beauty palette in 2019, but Mario also launched his own cosmetics brand last year. "Kim was incredibly loyal, and I was loyal to her and loved working with her. Her face was just kind of made for me, and when I started working with her, I was able to establish my style of makeup. It just so happened that style that worked really well on her, and that was the style that she loved for herself," he told Fashionista magazine. But the success didn't come without hard work. Kim was so busy, he told the publication. A typical celebrity will release a film or an album, so they work a lot for a few months doing promo. But with Kim, it was literally 365 days a year. There was something happening every single day, whether it was a shoot or red carpet or her show. With that, we come to the end of today's video. If you have anything to add or have something to say about how you feel regarding the whole Kardashian employee treatment, as well as the Kardashian feuding, feel free to do so in the comment section below. And join in a next time for more of such interesting content.